The pine trees grow in tidy rows, all trained towards the distant sky. And in a blink, they're tall enough for man's needs to supply.
We've long had concerns about the impact that our touring has on the environment.
Yeah, in a normal year, John and I would be driving 10,000 miles across the country, and that alone is a pretty frightening thought in terms of our carbon footprint.
We worked out that every year Ninebarrow was generating over 2.5 tonnes of CO2 just from the mileage we were clocking up.
And on top of that, we estimated that a further 0.5 tonne of CO2 was being generated per gig through audiences travelling to and from the venues.
It was a bit of a shock to discover that across our musical careers, which began in 2012 and might, if we're lucky, last 25 to 30 years, that we would generate over 1,000 tonnes of CO2.
And so, to celebrate the release of our 4th studio album, A Pocket Full of Acorns, we've decided to do something about that carbon footprint.
And in the week that the album is released, we'll be gathering with a group of socially distanced family volunteers to dig deep and plant the Ninebarrow Woodland.
Made up of 1,000 trees, including 500 oaks, 125 each of silver birch and hornbeam, 75 wild cherries, 50 field maples, and 25 each of alder, crabapple, walnut, rowan and sweet chestnut. And we'll be planting this woodland on 3 acres of land in North Dorset.
Now, we're under no illusions of the imperceptible impact that planting 1,000 trees will have on our planet's climate emergency.
But we wanted to highlight the fact that it is within the power of each and every one of us to do a little bit more than we're currently doing.
We all need to play our part and take what action we can to ensure that future generations and life on this planet in all its forms have something to inherit.
So, 75% of the planting costs are being covered by the Woodland Trust's More Wood scheme, but the remaining 25%, along with the ongoing maintenance and development of the woodland, will need to be covered by us directly.
Since we announced the woodland at the end of 2020, we've been absolutely inundated with requests from people who'd like to support the project. And so we're really pleased to be able to announce our woodland sponsorship scheme.
And it's very simple, really. You can donate as little or as much as you like. And every single penny will go towards making the Ninebarrow Woodland as rich and diverse a habitat as we can possibly make it.
And I have a pocket full of acorns. I hold the mighty oak tree in my hands, and with every seed I sow, the future of these lands.